All right. So let's see if we pop up somewhere there, Brother Keith.
Yeah, let's take a look. It seems like as soon as you push the button, you're on, but I can never seem to find us. Whoop.
Did something just come up?
I know, I just heard a ding, but that happens. It was a COVID survey. Natalie. Let's see what we got. Let's go to my main thing here.
Yeah, I see a song. We are on.
No, okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. All I got is the no show last week. It's like we're all pretty aware of no show last week. No shows.
We are on.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, why can't I ever find no show last week?
We'll let some people catch up.
Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Yeah, we're there, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a
All right. Be sure to say hello from wherever you're coming in. My apologies for being behind with getting out our announcements and all that stuff. It's just good morning, Barbara.
Well, Joel, I've got to expand on that note. We already have one Keith on the show. We don't need two.
But
for being ready to go, so to speak.
Yeah, well, here's what happened, Keith, and how about we get it? Why don't we start off the show and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay, all right.
What escalated on Thursday? So
I was up early enough to go to Wawa. I got Wawa. I got a I don't know what this thing is for $3. It's a slice of something.
Wow,
and I guess they cook it at some. Maybe they just put it through some nuclear or something or other. But that's what I got. Grab your coffee, sit back, and enjoy the show. We will be right back.
And here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
All right.
My basement set up, Joe. I'm gonna do a drum solo.
Oh, you got it set up?
No, I said if.
Oh,
If I ever get it set up, I'm going to do a drum solo, and that'll be our lead-in for one of the shows.
All right, sounds great.
I've been watching my good buddy Dave Grohl put up all these, and he's a great drummer, but I used to be pretty good too, so maybe I'll work on it and do something.
Yeah, we look forward to that, Keith. The big word is.
Yeah, well, let's not hold our breath because you know what that happens. People our audience starts passing out and that. Hey, Jim's on. Tara's on. Hello, Tara.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a good show. It's raining here in just very light rain in the WC.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on, folks. Keith, up here at Big Bass Lake, we got about an inch of snow last night.
Did you?
It's raining out a little bit now, so it's definitely not as cold as it was actually yesterday morning. It was cold. When I went for my run yesterday morning, Keith, it was 16 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cold. Yeah, but it certainly has warmed up since then. So
what is the elevation where you are?
I think we're about 2,000 feet up here. So oddly enough,
what are we around here? It's got to be 100. I mean, it's not sea level.
I think I checked this on our running app that we have. I think we're around probably 250 or 300.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
about 2,000 feet. It's strange. I can definitely feel it when I first start out. I think yesterday the fact that it was really cold and a little bit more elevation kind of
yeah. Okay.
Certainly not like when I was in Colorado. That was definitely a big deal.
Or up on the hey, if we ever do that again, Joe, we're going to need wheelchairs. Just made me think of the Mount Washington. We're just walking around up there. I was like, wow, this is really weird.
Yeah, we can plan that trip.
Yeah, so we'll have a sidecar with two sidecars with wheelchairs on them, motorized wheelchairs. Hey, Joey's on. What's up, Joe? All right, so what's going on, Joel?
All right. Well,
I had I had a good shtick worked up, and I forgot about it while I was setting up. So if it comes to me, I'll just break in like I normally do. And
sure. All right. Well, you let me know about that.
Yeah.
How about I go to my screen share here, Keith? And so at I'm up at the Mountain House right now, and 2 weeks ago I shared to you that we had major icicles, like major ice on the roof here. So Thursday night I get up here and I had pre-packed. I'd put salt into socks. Right. So I filled up some socks, 4 different socks with salt, and I tied them up and I threw some socks up on the roof to see if get some of this ice melted. Well, would you know that those socks are still kind of just sitting right on top of the ice? So I'm hoping over the next few days, the little bit of rain we get will start making that salt break down a little bit. And then because, after we had our show 2 weeks ago, Keith, you had mentioned ice dams, and, we don't have gutters on the house. But what I learned is over the course of the last 2 weeks is with ice dams, the ice forms over the, where the area where the wall stops, where it gets cold again, right on the eaves there. So the snow melts, and then once it gets to that part, the hangover there, it refreezes because it's cold there.
Right.
Well, okay, so that continues. It goes and goes and goes until you get like 5, 6, 7 inches of ice there. And then like today, when it's going to start raining, the rest of the snow and so forth starts puddling up against that ice, and that water will start going back up under the roof shingles. So what I'm trying to do is create a channel in a couple different spots on this side of the roof where the water can drain off,
Yes.
So,
yeah. Now, you haven't done it this year, but have you looked into those kind of like electric cords that you lay at the bottom of your?
Yeah, I looked at that too. I might look into that.
Is there a limit to, you get a tremendous amount of snow up there, so I don't know if it would work, but
yeah, it's I did look into them. They're like heated wiring, and some of them come on when they get wet, so they won't stay all the time. So like a sensor.
Yeah.
And I think you have to put in a new circuit for them too, because they do have kind of a high draw on the top.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So the other thing I did with the socks, Keith, you're probably wondering, how am I going to get those socks down? It'll be July and I'll have socks still on my roof, right? I tied strings to the socks. So I have a couple strings hanging down here. So when it's time to bring those socks off the roof, I just yank on the string and they'll come down.
Well, you haven't been a country boy for too long, but next year, what you do, I think what the hillbillies do up there, they fill their, it's to get rid of people off their property, but they fill the shotguns with salt.
Oh, is that how they do it?
Yeah. So do that and just shoot it up on top of your roof.
Well, hopefully, yeah, right. No, I hear you.
Make sure there's nobody.
It won't come to this, because I just got some of this stuff yesterday. You know what these are, right, Keith? These attic baffles, you put them under the insulation to bring the cold air,
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Channeled in. So I do have soffit vents there. And this is, everybody out there who has major icicle issues, look into the insulation in your attic and how it's packed into the soffits. And if you don't have soffit vents, and you can just go outside and look under your gutter to see if you have soffit vents. If you don't have soffit vents, get them installed. We did this at our house at home, and we haven't had an icicle since in the last 12 years. So this is going to go into the soffit. You can see it'll go down in here, if you can see in that picture there, right? And then this here, Keith, this is a cover that's going to go over the pull down attic steps.
Oh, okay.
That's a major source of hot air going into the attic.
Oh, sure.
Quickly melting the snow on the outside, causing to run down, and then making all those ice dams on the outside. So this is just a stock picture of Owens Corning. I made one of these for our house at home, and I think I'm going to make another one. This thing here is almost $70. Just this piece of insulation. So I wasn't going to make one because of time. It takes time to make one out of rigid foam insulation.
Yeah.
But I think I will make one because it's going to be better. And people on review say that these things start collapsing. it's just the tent that you push up out of the way when you go into the attic. But they're not getting the best reviews. So, but that's a quick way to keep your keep your heat in your house and not going into your attic.
Now, do you have a ridge vent on your roof?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I think the idea, and we did this when we did that little addition in our bathroom, those soffit vents you put all the way up to the, you put them, well, all the way up to the peak. You're right, all the way up to the ceiling, or up to the peak. And then you backfill it with insulation, and then air comes in from your soffit vent and it goes out of the ridge
now
vent.
you finished your ceiling, right?
Yes, it was.
You had a finished ceiling, yeah.
Yeah, but still, if you did that, I guess you'd want to put plastic over, and then insulate it.
Yes, that would definitely be the idea. Is as far as keeping if your attic is not finished, you really want your attic to be almost the same temperature as it is outside.
Right.
Right, and you create an envelope of warmth with your bottom floors with good insulation. And that way the snow on your roof won't melt quite so quickly.
Right.
And you won't get the ice dams. That's kind of the idea there.
Right. So what's the advantage to putting these vents in?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking?
So right now there's insulation. I actually have insulation packed down in there. So I'm going to pull out some of that insulation, put in one of these little vent things, and then just kind of push the insulation back around it.
Okay.
So that then we still keep the airflow coming up.
I see what you're, okay.
We do have soffit vents in this house. Yeah. So, so that's all we wanted to know really about, soffit vents. But I will tell you, Keith, since we did this at home, I haven't seen an icicle in our house since.
Yeah. Well, that's, all the things I've seen, that's what you want to have happening.
Yeah.
A constant and even in the summertime, you have heat blowing through there. It doesn't radiate down into your air conditioned house. Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? The other thing, Keith, is you probably noticed in our attic at home or in our hallway, we have the whole house fan with a big, and I put a boxed insulator over that as well, because there's no insulation on that.
Oh no. Yeah.
In the wintertime, in the in the summertime, you could just kind of smell that attic heat coming down.
Yeah.
So I boxed that out too. So that's another thing. If you have an attic fan and you're not using it, cover it up. Don't let the heat, because the heat will go right through that. No problem at all. So,
good.
Okay, Keith.
Brad's on. Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Sophia, how's the family doing down there on the main line there? Give everybody a hug. Miss you guys. Be down soon. And remember, Sophia, I think F. John is just old enough to make Uncle Keith a birthday cake this year. Isn't 2? I think he's 2, right? Isn't that old enough to make? Yeah.
Yeah. My girls were making birthday cakes when they were 2.
Yeah, I remember. So
somehow I don't remember that. But anyway, all right, Keith, let's move on. There was a big move. Now, if you're not really in the area, there was a big move over this past week with our Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
And
in our bye week, there was a lot of stuff going on.
That's right. We had a bye week, and gosh, everything happened, right? So for those unfamiliar, I don't know if anybody on right now is from out of state or whatnot. Just bear with us and with this little gripe session here. So about 5 years ago, the Eagles moved up, did this, that, and the other thing to draft Carson Wentz. And I think he was, what was that, the second pick or something like that? Howie Roseman moved up there. So, big hopes, big promises, this, that, and the other thing. He essentially had one great year, a really good year back in 2017. Unfortunately, he got injured. Nick Foles took over and they went on to win the Super Bowl. Let's see, the following year, he did okay. Had a back injury. And then I guess that brings us to this past year, right? Or
did he get hurt on the first year he was
I think in preseason, the very first year he was here in preseason, he got tackled and cracked a rib or something.
Okay.
But at that point, I don't think he was expected to play because they still had Sam Bradford, who was their quarterback at that time. Okay. And then Minnesota picked up Sam Bradford, and Carson Wentz got put in on the opening game, I think. And, he did pretty well those first 2 years. And then, a couple injuries. But, as you see here, Keith, he played for a couple years. He got injured, but instead of letting him play out his contract to see where he was, they went ahead and jumped the gun and, signed him to an extension of $128 million. The guy still hadn't played a full season yet.
Yeah, who's in the office writing that check saying this is a good idea?
Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie is the owner, and I don't know. When they did it, I was thinking, gosh, he's been injured. He's a decent quarterback. And I think at that point, he was the highest paid quarterback, maybe even the highest paid player, period. And he's, when you think of great quarterbacks, does Carson Wentz come to mind?
Mm-mm.
Drew Brees, Tom Brady, those guys are the ones that come to mind when you say great quarterback. Now, yeah,
I'm thinking of what was his name? Jumpin' Joe.
Joe Namath.
When you were a kid,
yeah. So anyway, so they signed Carson Wentz to this deal, and then was it the following year or the same year that they drafted Jalen Hurts, as a backup quarterback, but he was like this, the top pick for the Eagles, and now Carson Wentz was like, anyway. So, guys, got any thoughts on that one? Just let us know.
Well, as you know, I
agree.
I follow football, really follow it. So I understood about a tenth of what you just said. But I remember when he first started, and that's what got him hurt. He was taking, he was running the ball a lot himself, and he was taking a lot of chances, and that was exciting to watch. Actually,
it was.
Imagine you get busted up like some of these, bulldozers, and it probably scares you from that because it seemed to me that he changed his tack. Well,
changed his play a little bit. Yeah. And there's a lot that goes into that, Keith. They also didn't have the best team around him, Yeah. And part of the issue last year was they drafted a high draft quarterback, but they needed receivers, they needed linemen, they needed, this, that, and the other thing to complement Carson Wentz. And that necessarily didn't happen. But I agree. I think he did change his game a little bit. And then kind of at the end, it seemed like he did give up. But Keith, I wanted to move on to DeSean Jackson. So you're not familiar with him, right?
Well, now the name sounds slightly familiar, but no,
So I
played one game a year ago or something.
The reason why I'm bringing him up was, he started out his career with the Eagles, and he was really good, and he's made millions and millions of dollars. But he came back to the Eagles in 2019, and we were all like, he's been injured, this, that, and the other thing. So, and I'm pretty sure that these are not the exact numbers over here that he got paid, but this is what he made on the face. And I think there was probably bonuses on top of that, right? And these are the games that he played down here. In 2020, he played a total of 5 games. In 2019, he played a total of 3 games, if I'm correct in here, right? So this is the amount that he was paid. And, don't take this to the bank or anything. Literally putting. But these are numbers that I found online. All right, so combined over 2 years, he made $17,350,000. Okay, he played 8 games. That's a total of $2.168 million a game. He paid 246 total snaps. Not that he was in the game for 246 total snaps for $70,000 a snap, right? 23 receptions is $754,000 a reception, and he gained 395 yards over the 2 years that he was here for a total of $43,924 per yard that he gained as an Eagle. Now, wow. you think about different things in life, Keith, and those numbers are like, Yeah, he played 8 games and he made $2 million a game.
He's got a very good agent. He's got a very good legal team.
Yeah.
I can hear Monk saying now these guys are all bums. But they might be on the field, but he's got some.
Oh yeah.
If you can work that, go for it.
He was definitely good. He's like, his numbers were really high up there in history of NFL, but last 2 years he got injured so many times and this, that, and the other thing. It was just I don't know. So let's see. Let's see what Brad says here. The Colts are going to be a really good team this year. Wentz is back with Frank Reich. Yeah, I am kind of interested to see how that combination works out there. Peterson, because Wentz. And they got rid of right. So would Doug Peterson still have been here if if they had gotten rid of Wentz first? I don't know. I don't think Peterson was real happy with the way things were going either. Demis, trading Wentz might have been the right decision, but Roseman really messed the situation up. I agree. Yeah, and Keith, we have to have my brother-in-law Dan on to talk about.
Boy, Dan is statistic encyclopedia. Yeah.
If you want to know anything about football,
Dan. Yeah.
He's like, it's like a computer. A lot of personality too. So maybe I'll see if you can come on sometime and talk football.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Keith. So, Keith, I do have a burning question for you. Let me make sure I'm where I need to be here. Yes. Okay. So, Keith, if your shop, heaven forbid, your whole strip there had caught on fire for some unfortunate reason, maybe people were getting injured, heaven forbid, even worse.
Right.
Would you find that that would be a good time to you see your whole strip is burning, and people are injured, just really a bad situation. Would you find that would be a good time to go out and get a slice of pizza? Like, would you just say, this is cool, I'm going to go get a slice of pizza? Maybe your nieces are there. Uncle Keith, can we go get some pizza?
And I promised them to get them pizza, and maybe the whole neighborhood was invited. We were planning on this kind of thing anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I don't think I would, Joel.
You want to go to like where there's food. Maybe you can sit down, a little bit of comfort.
Well, and your girls will back me up on this. I would be going to Taco Bell.
That's right.
When the tough get going, I get going to Taco Bell. Last time I was at Taco Bell, I saw somebody I can't remember his name, but his car was all packed up with stuff, and he'd stopped in with his family and got a whole bunch of tacos. He was on his way to the airport. I can't remember what his name is.
Were they headed to Cancun?
I think that's what it was. Yeah, they had all their holiday stuff on. Yeah.
Because right, I'm thinking of it because that particular person and family has always been so hospitable and to those who live in Mexico, and has always thought them and held them in high esteem. Yeah.
Yes, and as far as let's not build a wall. Let's let them come in if they're having troubles in their country. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
right. And you can come over here. We'll come down there when things get bad up here. We'll go down there.
We'll be like regular good neighbors. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. Well, while that was happening, Keith, let me see if I can get out of my screen share here in a minute. My friends at home, you probably know who we're talking about. I know that this is probably kind of old news. We wanted to talk about some of this last week, but we couldn't have while that was going on. This young lady from New York, get my screen share back up here again. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez raised at least $3.2 million for those in Texas. This New York senator, freshman, like she's brand new, right? Maybe
she's got plenty of energy. I like her.
Raised $3.2 million, and I think that number is higher now because I think this is an old number here for those in Texas. Now remember that she in on January 6th. Is that when the insurrection was, Keith?
Yes. Yep. 6th.
January 6th. I believe that she was she was literally hiding somewhere in her office in the Capitol building as people were coming in and looking for her. And maybe even people from Texas were looking for her. And heaven forbid, had they found her, right? She may have been severely injured.
She wouldn't be around.
Maybe even killed.
Right, because she's Latina descent, all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
And funny thing about it is, let's just step off for a second here. Hiding in her office, and I can't remember the guy's name. Rhymes with jump the fence. Was actually hiding in back of her like this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pence.
Oh, Pence.
hiding in back. Using this little lady as a shield. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, get back to your.
I had Ted Cruz on my mind. I couldn't think of what rhymed with fence.
Cruz fence.
But so it's just I don't know, the irony of the situation. I don't know. And then of course, Cruz goes on to Sean Hannity, and Hannity really just smooths the water, makes it sound like the media and the public is being really ridiculous for saying, let's see, your state is completely shut down. People are literally dying. And because your daughter's asked, you go to camp. Keith, when we were kids, remind me if I'm wrong here. When we were kids, would you say that us asking to go to the mall was kind of a stretch sometimes?
Yeah.
Right?
We went to the mall, but it wasn't it wasn't because we asked to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if can we go to the mall tonight? It was like.
Can you imagine asking to go? Yeah.
Yeah. Monk and Louise, it's really cold in here. Can we go to Cancun? How do you think that would
be? That's funny. I do remember, Mom, it's really cold in here. Can I turn the heat up? That's what I remember.
Anyway, it's just, I'm sorry, folks. I just
throw your own kids under the bus. It's a shame. It's a real shame that we have people, and get back to this Texas thing. I should do a little bit more research on it. Texas apparently has their own power grid, and it's the only state own power system that isn't government regulated. Some of these people have $17,000 electric bills. When the demand gets higher, they can charge whatever they want.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Wild West out there, man.
And because they don't pay into the regulation. I can't remember how it all works. That they don't get electricity from any other state,
right?
And that's why it's such in a dire situation.
Well, they want to. There was something they want to, probably just these real radicals want to secede from the union. And when all this happened, what do? They go to the rest of the country for help, So,
right. Now, remember, Cruz is the one that did not approve financial aid or government support for the Hurricane Sandy disaster. He was opposed to that. And, it's not
his money. I mean,
just like Brad said here, you can't make this stuff up with any of that, right? And the other part about it, Keith, is that, they're saying that the issue was, the reason why all the power went down was because of the wind turbines.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right? Yep. 22% of the power, I believe it's about 22% of the power in Texas comes from those wind turbines. That, by the way, they never kind of winterized. They didn't follow through in the updates. The rest of the issue came with controls and different electronic devices and so forth that froze up on the oil, the gas, and even some of the nuclear. The bulk of the electricity comes from, and that's where the issue was, not because of the wind turbines. But again, what was it, like 10 years ago? They were given this, this checklist of things that needed to be done, because I had a similar situation apparently, 10 or so years ago, and they didn't follow through with any of that. So, but again, it's the green piece, a green power.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of the civilized world, they got wind turbines in Norway that are, that are spinning when it's 20.
You have to go that far away up in Canada. I mean, we got them all over this country that work. So
hot or cold, it doesn't matter.
You got to build them right. You just got to do the right thing. So,
blanket. And that's right. And then he comes back. He rushes back, and then he's getting photo ops, putting water into people's trunks and things like that. It's like, well, it's too late.
Yeah, a little bit late, my friend. But now he's on to CPAC and making sure that he gives all Donald Trump his he's a great president at this end. Anyway, all right, Keith. So that is enough of that.
Yes, let's move on.
If you are getting anything out of this show, go ahead and smack the like button, love the love button, leave a comment, give a share. We love that. We love it. I love it when I see a share. That's so awesome. Thanks, guys. And be sure to check out smackandjack.com, although I've been a little idle on smackandjack.com recently, I have to be honest. All right, Keith, are we ready for some trivia?
Yeah, let's do it.
Trivia. We'll do our jokes. Do we have any this day in history?
We have one day in history.
Oh, pretty cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's do some trivia. And let's see. How about we stick to three trivia questions?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So my friends out there, when you're answering, make sure you put a 1, put a 2, and a 3 for your answer. These are a little difficult today, my friends. So if you actually have an answer for any of these, you are better than I. All right. Keith, can you read that?
Yes, can. Native to the coast of northern and eastern North. It's even hard to read. Native to the coasts of northern and eastern North Pacific Ocean, which marine mammal is the heaviest member of the Weasel family? I think he just
not Ted Cruz.
Well, I was just going to say he just got voted out of office actually for the next 4 years. Believed to grow as large as 60 feet, 18 meters. What is the largest species of shark currently living in the ocean?
Okay. And number 3.
What is that? Number 3, existing as recently as 100,000 years ago,
Gigantopithecus or something like that.
Yeah. I can't even read it. Blackie is a extinct species of what animal? You're going to have to put that question up, Joel, because I can't even read it.
Let's see. Can I make that bigger? I don't know.
No, I meant put it up. Is that for everybody to see? Are these things? Or
Oh, yeah. Everybody can see these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Keith, why don't we do one more there?
Yeah, okay. Which marine animal is only known... Which marine animal is the only known natural predator of the great white shark? Oh, I know this.
Yeah, all right.
Three times a charmer.
There you go. All right, let's go through these. Native to the coast of the northern and eastern Pacific Ocean. Which marine mammal is the heaviest member of the Weasel family? Number 2. Believed to grow as large as 60 feet. What is the largest species of shark currently living in the ocean? Number 3, existing as recently as 100,000 years ago, Gigantopithecus blackeye is an extinct species of what animal? And then number 4, which marine animal is the only known natural predator of the great white shark?
No.
Okay. All right. So, friends, we'll come back to that. Keith, you want to do this day in history?
Yeah, okay. Let's it's kind of apropos for this week. I got 2 of them actually. Where is it? I don't believe it. This day, February 27th, 1827, a group of masked and costumed students danced through the streets of New Orleans, Louisiana, marking the beginning of the city's famous Mardi Gras celebration. 1827. Isn't that something, huh? I see one more down here that I just happened to see. If I can find it again. 1922, Supreme Court defends women's voting rights. Okay. 1922. And that's something, it's less than 100 years ago. And we have
almost 100 years ago, but yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. How We're supposed to be the most forward country in the world, and we are not, folks.
Yeah, well,
great place to live, but we're a little backwards here. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure which country would be the most forward, but all right. Shall we get to our jokes, Keith? What are you laughing at?
That's why she's my favorite. Don't tell anybody. I'll be mad at you.
All right. You with me?
I love you too, Themis. I love the whole group of you. All right, let's go. What are we doing now here?
Joke number one.
I'm sorry. What are we doing here, Joel? My audience is making me laugh.
What do you call a famous pirate who always skips school?
What?
Captain Hooky.
Oh!
I thought you might get that one. All right. What did the chicken say to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What?
I'll be Bach.
Oh, okay. Bach.
All right. Two more incredibly bad jokes. Two more. What do you get when you cross a rabbit with Cinderella?
What?
A hairball.
Oh, okay. Woo!
Last one. What Greek king was purple and conquered the ancient world?
Do that one more time, Joel.
What Greek king was purple and conquered the ancient world? Alexander the Grape.
Oh, all right. Finishes out on a good one. Woo! Alexander the Grape.
All right. Don't blame us, folks. Shall we get back to these trivia answers? And then, Keith, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah, we're almost done again. Goodness sakes, Joel, this is the quickest morning, quickest time of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm glad everybody gets to go ahead, Joel, read them back.
So what do we have some answers here. Let's see. Do we have an answer for number one? Let's see. Native to the coast of the northern and eastern North Pacific Ocean, which marine mammal is the heaviest member of the weasel family? All right. I don't think I see anything for number one. So the answer is the sea otter.
Oh, they're weasels. Okay. Oh, they're cute though.
Oh yeah. Believed to grow as large as 60 feet, what is the largest species of shark currently living in the ocean?
And we have one.
I see a whale shark.
Yeah, I think
all right.
That would be my answer too.
All right. Yeah, whale shark.
Nice.
Well done. All right. Well played, my friend. Good form. All right. Existing as recently as 100,000 years ago, Gigantopithecus, I don't know, Blackie, is an extinct species of what animal? That's a weird question there because I missed something. All right. So, all right. Sophia's saying octopus.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah. Ape.
All right.
Okay. We were kind of all thinking water because the rest of them were water. So,
yeah. All right. Which marine animal, back to water, which marine animal is the only known natural predator of the great white shark?
Now, let's see if we can highlight Sophia's, Joel. Can we put her answer up or? You can't do that on this.
Well, I don't see a number 4.
Yes, on Sophia's.
This one? All right. And then, okay, the answer is orca, the killer whale.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
you know what, Brad? I was thinking maybe dolphin as well there.
Well, when you first read it, or I didn't get the marine. I'm thinking which animal, and I would have said us, but orca. Okay.
Right. All right, Keith.
Right, very good. Yeah. Great. What I wanted to say, Joel, earlier.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, and I'm not taking my hat off, but I have not had a haircut since before Christmas.
Wow.
So how about everybody else? Have we got who else is staying trim? Now, weren't the girls? See, they're about the same size. Yes, right. Didn't your girls cut your hair once during this whole pandemic thing?
Yeah, Stephanie did some trimming on it, and then I would just kind of do it myself. But I've had my haircut on a regular basis since the summer.
Okay. Yeah, the last time it was before Christmas, and I remember it must have been a while before Christmas because I asked that my gal that does it's a couple doors up, and I just do it whenever she's around and I'm around or whatever. I said, and it was right before Christmas. I said, are you gonna be? She goes, well, I'd like to go home and enjoy Christmas. So, and then I haven't been up since. And then I got this trimmer thing that I let my hair grow for a little bit, and then beard, and then I trim it with this, the thing just to bring it down to stubble. Yeah. So I haven't really shaved in a couple of months either.
Oh, I thought that.
I tell you, if you ever come out, you figure you're covered up with a mask anyway, and at work, who cares what a liquor store employee looks like? So yeah, maybe that's something. Since it's going to be warm the next few days, maybe I will get a haircut.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to.
Look into anyway. So
yeah, I go to the dentist on Tuesday.
Okay.
My second dentist appointment since all this has happened. So.
Yeah. I went a little while ago. Well, I had a cap fell out, and then they had to put that back in. But I think that was part of my cleaning trip as well. So yeah, I'm still doing. Yeah. That's teeth I want to keep on top of. Everything else, I've got about a laundry list of things that I got to take care of. My eyes are getting worse every day.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday as I was driving. And I forgot to tell you, Keith, I went to Lowe's last night. Up here, Lowe's is about 20 minutes away. Kind of like in Maryland, you drive and you
Mm-hmm.
Pull in a parking lot. I did not have my wallet. I was so I called home, and then Stephanie suggested I just take a picture of the credit card and my license and all that, which I did, and it worked out fine. Because what I could have done to buy those insulation items, right. I could have sat in my car, ordered them online, paid through with my credit card,
and picked them. Yeah,
gone in and picked them up anyway. Right. So it's like, and the ladies inside were fine. I'd had to go to customer service and do it that way, but. Yeah, I haven't done that in years. Like, the wallet is the one thing wallet, my phone, and my keys. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think the last time I did that with the wallet, I was up at Wawa and I got a bunch of stuff, and I had my coffee poured. It's like, well, I'll just set my coffee over here. If it's here when I get back, I'll.
Right. That's horrible.
Oh, geez,
that's horrible. So anyway, that worked out, but yeah, all right. There was something else I wanted to say, dovetailing on all that, but the glasses, getting stuff ready. I wanted to let you know, Keith, that every week now I get a test at school, testing for COVID.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, because we're going to be bringing kids back into school, and everybody has to be tested on a weekly basis. So far, negative. 2 weeks.
Great. Now, what's the timeline on your vaccinations?
Actually, for my school, I'm not really sure. For church, I just signed up for the Archdiocese of Philadelphia is providing vaccine for those people in the church who have a high contact rate. Yeah. Like Father Ernie, myself, our administrator, for each one of our churches. So I just signed up yesterday to get mine on sometime in March.
Okay.
So,
that's great.
Great. And I thought the school would come through before church because I'm kind of on both lists there.
I would think so,
but that hasn't happened yet. So,
okay, yeah, anyway. Get it as soon as you can. They keep sending us stuff at work about what order we're in and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah, and I heard some stuff. The Johnson & Johnson got approved. Yeah, and I heard that the numbers that they give as far as success of the Johnson & Johnson is like around 60 some 70.
Right, it's a lot lower.
But what I heard one of the experts on the radio on NPR say is that they did most of their testing in South Africa, where that new strain was.
Okay.
And that's where most of those test results. He said in the United States, their rates are just almost the same as the other two.
Okay.
So it's a one that's Johnson & Johnson's a one
yes.
shot.
Yeah,
so of course his suggestion is just get whatever shot that you can get because they've all been proven to be very, very effective. So
yeah. Yeah. I'll get it the second it's available to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can be back in the studio, man.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be weird, having somebody I can point this way and it'll be, it's actually working.
On the other side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched this.
Yeah,
so, right, Keith, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Hey, thanks, guys, for...
How about
that is something. Well, I hope you get that soon, Brad. Anyway, yeah, we got to get out of here. You gonna be around next week, Joel? I'm planning.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, folks. I actually do have a funeral to play next week.
Okay.
So that may kind of supersede our time here.
Okay.
So I will let you know.
Well, within the next couple of weeks, and hopefully by then it'll be warmer. And I'm really hoping to get out on the bike, Joel.
I know.
And we both have bikes now, so
I have a feeling it's going to be a while because
it was nice the other day, but there's salt all over. I don't want to get salt.
Nope.
It's going to rain hard for a good couple of weeks to wash all the garbage off the road. So, and that stuff's slippery. I pulled out of a Wawa in my truck on dry, salted roads, and it's slippery. It must be.
The gravel. It's like marbles.
Yeah. So, if you're on a motorcycle, that's just not good at all.
Nope. Gotta be careful.
Anyway, all right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Had a great time with you guys. Say hello to everybody. I have family members that we didn't see, and we'll see you again. And remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. Thanks for stopping by, Smack and Jack. We'll see you on the next show.
See you next time, guys.
All right, bye, guys.
Jack up your heels, Jack it smack Jack it up, smack Jack up your heels, smack Jack it up, smack in the face. Jack up your heels, smack in the face.